Now I'll cut a window opening in this wall by nesting Booleans. The first thing I need to learn is the size of the opening. I'll toggle shaded mode off by pressing F3, go to the helpers category and use the tape tool. Toggle on snap and drag the tape across the CAD layer. The opening measures 6 feet in length. I'll delete the tape object because it's not needed anymore. I'll go to the geometry category and create a box. Because this wall is angled with respect to world space, I'll use auto grid and sketch out the box on the surface of this wall segment. I'll turn off auto grid and set the width of the box to 6 feet to match the size of the opening. The length parameter actually governs the height of the opening here, and that's because of the way that the box was oriented with auto grid. I'll set this to 4 feet. The height parameter doesn't matter as long as it's thicker than the wall. Now I'll move the box down using snap onto the CAD layer. Next, I'd like to move this box up to window height. And I can do that by going into offset mode and typing in a value here. I'll type in 2 feet and press enter. That moves it up. Maybe that's not enough. I'll type in 1 foot and press enter. It adds those values that I entered in offset mode to the absolute value, which you can view here. Now I need to move the box backward slightly so that it intersects with the wall. I don't want to do that like this because I would be disrupting the relationship between the object and the CAD layer below. Turn off snap and switch to the local reference coordinate system. Then you can slide the box backward so that it penetrates the wall. Toggle shaded mode on and arc rotate and just verify that the box is in the right location and it penetrates through the wall on both sides. Now I'm ready to do the Boolean. So I'll select the wall, and while I'm at it, let's rename this object wall1. Now I'll go to Compound Objects, Boolean. As soon as I click this tool, it defines the wall as operand A. Now I can pick operand B and click on the box. There we have our window opening. I'll go to the Modify panel and just show you how we can navigate through the Boolean. I can select the box and its parameters show up in the stack, right? So if I wanted to change perhaps the height of the window, I could do that right here. Let's make it 5 feet. I'll go back up to the Boolean and select wall1. Now we see the parameters for wall1 in the stack. And that shows us that there's a nested Boolean. So I can select this one. And then I have access to its operands, which were line 1, which is the spline on the ground, and box 1, which governs this opening. As you can see, it gets rather complex quickly, and we've only cut 2 openings. So that's the limitation of this technique. The stack becomes unwieldy very quickly. But Booleans are important operations that sometimes they can do things that you can't do in any other way, But I'll show you other techniques in the subsequent videos that allow you to make walls without having to cut openings with Booleans.